Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new LEGO Marvel's Avengers video. And today, of course, we are back at it again with a brand new episode of Customs. So, of course, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to leave a like. I do want to thank you guys for the amazing support on the last episode, which was when we created, I believe it was Cole, right? From Ninjago. And we also did create the Blitzbot Mark IV. Thank you so very much for the amazing reception on that episode. You guys are incredible, and I'm super duper glad that you guys are enjoying the series. So once again, if you guys do enjoy today's series, or today's episode, I should say, don't forget to drop a like. That would be very highly appreciated. Let's go ahead and aim for, once again, 2,000 likes, and hopefully we can reach that goal. Now, what are we working on today? Well, today we're actually going to be constructing or attempting to create the J character, or Ninjago J, from the Ninjago universe. So that is going to be the next character that we're working on. And on top of that, we will be trying to design that Spongebob character that I somewhat had an idea for from the last episode. I brought it up a couple times and you guys were like, yep, we want to see it, do it, try it, make it happen. So I was like, okay, let's give this a go, I guess. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous about how this is gonna turn out, because I think it's gonna look really goofy. But you know what, we gotta give it a go. That's the only way to know whether or not we can come up with somewhat of a decent looking design. On top of that, of course, guys, if there are any specific characters that you would like to see for me to attempt to build on the next episode, or if there are any specific characters that you would like for me to build on future episodes, that makes more sense. Don't forget to go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. I'm always reading, I'm always scouring the comments, checking for what it is that you guys want to see more of. So again, do not hesitate to use the comment section down there to let me know what you want to see. Whew, all right, so let's see, who do we get rid of? I don't even know. What is this? The Mark? Oh, okay, that was the Predator one, right? Yeah, that was a cool one. All right, so let me think here. I think we're going to go ahead and probably get rid of the Apocalypse design here. I think that's the most reasonable of the bunch for us to get rid of. And let's begin with Spongebob. I think that's the one that we're going to start with, because I think that's the one that's going to be a little bit more challenging. So let's do this thing, shall we? Whew. Okay, so first and foremost, let me just recolor the face right away, because I think this is what we're going to go with, right? I mean, that's kind of the most closest to SpongeBob that we have. Is there anything that we could make his head look a little bit more squarish? Because, like, if we were building Patrick, this would be perfect, like the egghead top. But we need something a little bit more squarish, and ideally, obviously, also yellow, because it's SpongeBob SquarePants. But I don't think we have anything that would... Well, I mean, this kind of works, but the problem is that it's a completely different hue of color, so it doesn't really fit in. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that we could use, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to keep that blank. Unless if there's something here... We could give him a hat, I guess. Like damage control SpongeBob or something. Or karate chop SpongeBob with his giant karate chopping hands. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything, unfortunately. I'm kind of scouring through it. I'm like, is there anything that could work? And I'm not really seeing anything. So I think we're just going to have to stick with what we have and what we're working with already. Now, as far as face goes, that's another problem, isn't it? Because we want to have a big smile. Because SpongeBob has got typically a very big smile, you know, with his teeth showing. And typically it's his front two teeth. There's nothing like that here, unfortunately. So because of that, we have to kind of improvise, don't we? We have to think about what is the closest. We also ideally want some, like, big eyes, like, you know, because his eyes are typically kind of, like, rounded and stuff, so that wouldn't work. And obviously, ideally, we want a completely different shape, and we want the eyes to be way lower than they are right now. So we're just going to have to kind of, within the limitations that we have, figure something out. That won't work, unfortunately, even though that does look really cool. What about this? Okay, if there was a smile on that face, that would have actually looked pretty good. I think that would have looked quite funny and quite fitting. Can't go with that, because that just looks ridiculous, but at the same time, it does look kind of funny. What about this? Nope. Unfortunately, that does not work either. That is somewhat okay. What about this, actually? Nope, that is spooktacular. That's like a Halloween SpongeBob or something. What about that? Nope, that's a very old SpongeBob. That's like if we do SpongeBob's parents, we would use that. Ooh, what about this, actually? There we go. All right, that's actually not bad. We might use the Korvac face. What about this one right here? Whoa, that is a little spooky. That is a little bit spooktacular. This one's not bad, but the face, that's the issue, is that the face has that, like, slit above it, so it doesn't really work because of that. Is that okay? Nope, it is not okay. Yeah, nothing really is springing to mind right now out of all of these. Like, I'm kind of looking through them right now, trying to be very attentive, but nothing is really just going like, whoa, that is a great pick, you know? I think there's a lot of kind of meh options. What about this, maybe? Nope, that looks spooky, but doesn't work. Ooh, okay. You know what? I think that might be not bad, actually, because we have the somewhat, like, larger eyes that SpongeBob would have, and then, of course, we do have the giant smile as well. So I think that works. I think that works for what we're going for. Now, this is where it gets really tricky, because the main issue is this. SpongeBob usually wears, you know, a suit and tie. That's kind of like his typical attire. You know, he's got like a dress shirt and then a red tie and then brown pants. But the problem is that he only wears them halfway down, right? Like typically SpongeBob, you have like a lot of his body and then just his legs and a little bit of his body covered in the suit. So we kind of have to decide, do we go with this, for example, for his torso, just so that he is... Like, we basically just do that, and then we turn maybe the bottom part here. We need a brown color. Oh, wow. Are there really no brown bottoms? Oh, there we go. That's actually perfect. And then we need some brown leggings as well. Something somewhat simplistic. Maybe that. No, that's a little... Well, actually... You know, that's not bad, actually. So here's the trick. Here's the tricky part, I should say, is deciding whether or not we change, let's say, can we even make this? Oh, there we go. That's fitting. And then we need the arms to be yellow as well. So do we do this, right? And essentially have this the design, or do we go ahead and actually change the torso to something that is a little bit more like his attire? So... Oh, man. There is the suit and tie up here, but again, that's not the right colors, unfortunately. This is kind of similar. Like, I think SpongeBob has worn some attires like this on, like, the special episodes and stuff. So, I mean, this is somewhat better, I guess. I think that could work. Or... Again, maybe... I'm looking if there's maybe something that's, like, half yellow... at the top and then transitions into brown, because if there's anything like that, that would be genuinely like a perfect fit, but I unfortunately don't really see anything that is quite the right fit, so to speak. Nothing really seems to jump to mind right now. So yeah, I mean, you have stuff like this, but again, that's not particularly fitting. You can go with the plain yellow, but again, that doesn't look too great either, so it's really tricky to just get the right look. I mean, again, if we want just like I said before, like a bare bodied, then we would go with this, because it kind of looks like SpongeBob type, you know, sponge little bubbles and stuff, so it kind of works. But I honestly actually really like the way that this looks, so I think we'll stick with this. I actually like the way that that looks. And then for weapon, we need to give him a spatula, because he's obviously going to be making Krabby Patties. So what's the equivalent of a spatula? A hammer, right? Boom. There we go. Hammer time. It's SpongeBob time. I don't know if we have enough letters here. Sponge. I mean, I think we might actually have enough letters for SpongeBob, but not enough for SquarePants, because that's just not going to happen. Sponge. And then Bob. Oh, whoops, why am I going that way? It'll be a lot faster to go this way. SpongeBob. Whoops. And there we go. All right, so we've designed SpongeBob. I actually cannot believe that we did it. So it's an actual thing that we designed. So there we go. SpongeBob has now joined the team. So that is done. Now we get to work on Jay. That is going to be the next character that we are going to try to assemble here. So keep in mind, guys, another thing that I did want to mention is that if there are specific characters that you want to see aside from, like, you know, the Marvel characters, like, for example, today we're designing two characters that are not related to the comics at all. We're doing Spongebob, and we're creating Jay from Ninjago. So if you want these types of characters, you can leave that in the comment section as well. And the other thing that I did want to mention is that for this video, I'm going to try a new thumbnail where I'm not going to reveal what the characters are in the thumbnail. So let me know if you guys like that better in the comment section below. Just say like, yes, I like this better, and also leave a like. So let me know, because that would really help me out in terms of deciding. So with that being said, let's go on ahead and start figuring this out. So for Jay, we need... okay, so this is tricky because on one hand, I think... I was going to say, I think we could use one of the hoods, but I forgot that there is no blue hood for him. So I'm not too sure what we're going to do about that. We're going to have to figure that out. But let's start with the hair, because I know that that's something that we could probably nail. So he's got this kind of like orangey type hair. Like, I think his hair color is like this. So we need this hair color of this hairpiece. So we need that hairpiece in that hair color. If that's available... oh, we would definitely like to use that. And now it's time for me to survey this and look if there's anything of that kind. I don't think there is, which is a bit unfortunate. I mean, there's that hairpiece again, or at least a very similar design to that hairpiece, but again, it's the wrong color. We need this color right here. Or maybe even something a little bit lighter, maybe even something along these lines, to be quite honest, is something that he would have. So, oh man... that kind of stinks. That really does stink, because I was hoping that we could get the exact... correct hairpiece. I mean, that's the right type of hair, so I guess that's a good thing. It just would have been nice if we actually got the exact hairpiece, because that would have been super uber duper cool, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be the case. So I believe Jay also has like for his face, I think that he has like one of his eyebrows has got like a little scar mark over it. So if we could find a face with that, that would be great. As far as heads, I think we could just go with the regular yellow head, right? Because that's kind of what we need for this. And then for the faces, we need something that has a little bit of the eyebrow kind of like shaved off. I don't know if that's a thing that is available on any of the characters, so I'm just going to kind of quickly cycle through everybody. And hopefully we can spot something along those lines. Nope. Butterball doesn't have any eyebrows at all, it seems like. So that's a little... whoa, what was that? Nope, that's just the untidy version of Eric Salwig. Yeah, it doesn't look like we might have anything like that, unfortunately. I'm trying to cycle through all these as quickly as I possibly can to get the right look. But I don't think that that is going to be available, unfortunately. Ooh. Yeah, that looked at first like maybe there was a little bit of... detail work there on the eyebrow. So I'm trying to kind of get like the tiny little minute details correctly. I think this might be a face that we use, by the way, this one right here, because I think that one will look good. Yep, that looks great actually. So that's probably the one we're going to go with if we can't find one that has a little bit of the eyebrow kind of shaved off. Yeah. Nope, unfortunately there isn't any character of that kind, unfortunately. Alright, well, we're gonna have to stick with that, and to be honest, I don't think that looks bad whatsoever. I also do want to thank you guys for recommending to use the batons for Jay, since he has the electrical ability, so that's a very smart decision. We'll give that to him in just a moment, once we have the rest of this all designed out and figured out. So, for hands, I think we'll go probably with just black gloves, I think. I know that his attire is predominantly blue, but there have been circumstances, I remember, for several minifigure designs where it was like he would have exposed arms, gloves, and then a blue attire for the most part. So I think that's kind of what we're going to go for here today. All right, so let me think here. We need something that's blue. This is probably the first thing that springs to mind, but that's obviously like Moon Boy's design, and it's a little bit too hairy, so it does look a little strange. This might be a very good option, actually. I really like the way that that looks. The Beta Ray Bill option is great. Do like that quite a bit. Let's try this one right down here. That's quite nice, too, actually. I really like the way that that looks, too. Is there anything else that's blue? I mean, there is stuff like this, but that's clearly, like, too metallic-y and has way too many details to it. I mean, maybe this will look good, actually. That's not bad, but I feel like it's a little bit too, like, fancy. So far, I have to say, the top candidate is this one right here, because it kind of has that electrical, like, feel to it, so I like that quite a bit. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Maybe this, but no, that's kind of with the jacket covered up and everything. It doesn't really fit this particular look that we're going for. If we could turn this blue, that probably would have been really cool. But again, unfortunately, that's not a thing that we could do right now. Oh, man. Okay, so I think we got to go with that top design. I think that the top design is the coolest of the bunch. I think that that's the best one that we have right now. All right, so then we need the torso, or sorry, the hips pieces. So I think we'll go with that, because I think that blue works. And then for the legs, we need predominantly something just simple and blue. But unfortunately, there really isn't anything that's simple and blue. Stuff like this is a little too blue. Like, too light of a blue. This might work somewhat. I don't know. It feels like it's a little too much going on there. Maybe just this? That's a little bit too bright of a blue. We need that to be just a tiny little bit darker. That's the issue. What about that? I guess that's not bad, but it's not really great either, so I'm not particularly a fan of that. What about this? That actually looks pretty nice, even though, again, that is Moonboy's design, which obviously has the hair kind of thing. But if we look at it from a distance, I actually think it will look pretty good. So I think that that might be a pretty good option. The only thing I wish is that you can see right there on the Beta Ray Bill, right at his collar, there's a little bit of a different like skin color exposed below. That would have been really cool if we could have adjusted that, because it would have been a bit more fitting. But overall, I think that that's a pretty good design for Mr. J. So welcome to the team, J. There is your electrical baton. And let's go ahead and give you your lovely name, Mr. J. All right, there we are. We need to make these lowercase. Whoops. Is this lower? No. I was going to say, that doesn't look lowercase at all. All right, so we have J design now, and now we actually have to spawn him in and see what the designs look like. I would love for you guys to vote on which you like best of the two that we did work on here today. So here we go, up, and away we go. Let's see how this is going to turn out, and hopefully it turns out very, very well. So let's head to, I think we went to Sokovia recently, didn't we? Maybe not. Let's go to Sokovia. Why not? Let's head to Sokovia. Seems like a pretty good place to visit. And we're going to go ahead and spawn in our two characters. And then I would love for you guys to vote on which one you think looks best. Jay or Spongebob, who's not very square pants at all. I mean, his pants technically are still square-ish. They're kind of more rectangular-ish in shape. But I guess it's better than no design, so to speak. Alright, so there's SpongeBob looking a little bit too serious. I kind of wish that he would be smiling. Can you smile instead of being so upset? I think it's because we went with the Thor design. I think we should have not done the Thor. There we go. Look at that smile. There we go. There's that SpongeBob smile. Alright, excellent. Now, we need to spawn in Jay, who also, actually, oddly enough, I didn't even realize, Jay also has electrical abilities, so both of them have electrical abilities. Wow! Okay, you know what? I think Jay actually turned out really, really, really well. And we do have the electrical ability with the batons, so if we ever walk up to those operating little systems where you need to power them up with electricity, we would be able to do that thanks to the batons that we have acquired. So that is absolutely awesome sauce. Very, very, very happy with the way that both of these guys turned out. So with that in mind, ladies and gents, there you have it. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like. It would be very, very, very highly appreciated. And I do indeed hope to see all of you lovely, lovely folks here next time. Peace out, guys. I'll see you later. Alligators. Bye-bye, everyone. Ooh, and let me know, guys, in the comment section below, who's your favorite SpongeBob SquarePants character? Bye-bye.